it work? Let's see. All right, are we live? Sorry, guys, my antivirus firewall, whatever, was blocking me from connecting to OBS, so I couldn't pop on time once again. But I'm here now, and I just wanted to do a quick stream to kind of update you guys on our plans for the spring and summer. Well, I guess it's winter up there, but whatever, the next couple of months. So we're in the Sacred Valley right now, and we have only 2 rooms available. So they are very small, intimate get-togethers focused on San Pedro and a lot of hiking. We have ruins in the neighborhood. We have petroglyphs in the neighborhood. We have miles and miles of trails. We have eagle eyries and condors flying around. So we generally will just hike up into the peaks, have some San Pedro and some coca leaves, and explore ourselves and the ruins. And it's absolutely amazing. We go to Sacsayhuaman, which is a tremendously impressive Incan ruin complex. We go to the Temple of the Sun. We go to the Temple of the Moon. And we are eating a lot of cushuro, which is a blue-green algae that has cytotoxins that stop cancerous tumor cells from replicating, and all sorts of other amazing things. There are videos on the channel you can check out if you would like more information about the Andean caviar cushuro. Let's see what else. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be just, what month are we in? November, October, November. December we were taking off, and then January through pretty much for sure June, we're going to be in Manu, and we're pretty much just going to go the whole time with just like 1 week breaks. So really any time in that entire period. We're hoping to maybe return to the United States afterwards, so that I can try to record some music with my old friend Brian before I die, right? So that's kind of the reason that we're going for so many months in a row with just a little bit of time off, because we want to make this happen. And it's going to be awesome. Manu is some of the most pristine Amazon rainforest left, and one of my bucket list items is to see a giant anaconda in the wild. I have seen small ones, but I've never seen a massive one. Apparently there are plenty of them down in Manu. Jaguar sightings are pretty common. We'll take a boat trek or 2 each month out into the deep, deep rainforest, which if that's something you have never done, I definitely would recommend making it a bucket list item. I have been once in Cuyabeno, and it is wild out there. Piranha fishing is a blast, you know. We'll probably go for 5 days at a time. 3 felt a little short for me, so I'd like to see us go for 5 days at a time. We may arrange 2 boats, one for 3 and one for 5, so that people can choose how long they want to stay out in the jungle. But, you know, you don't just, it's not like you're in the boat the whole time. You go out to a little jungle hotel, you know, and have meals and stuff. So it's not like you're just in a boat. There are many, many tribes down there, and one of them is the Ashaninka. And the Ashaninka are generally rated up there with the Shipibo and the Shuar in terms of their knowledge of the jungle. So we'll have guests from the local tribes. I myself have quite a respectable background studying with Quechua, Shuar, Kofan, and other. Sorry, guys, I'm still a little bit congested. Ashaninka as well. I've learned a lot about the plants. So if you have maladies of the physical kind or even neurological, we've had a lot of success with like epilepsy and whatnot with some of these plants. I can assist you in that as well. Yeah, and I'm actually super excited about this round because I've gone through a lot of personal transformation in the last couple of months, in the last couple of weeks, in the last couple of days, and I'm feeling really primed for the next round of whatever may come, you know. But I think that my aptitude as a healer is going to be greatly accentuated by this last round of sort of shedding skin and working through my own blockages. You know, I'm really feeling clear and enthusiastic. And I've also been out of the jungle for longer than I like. So I think I'm going to have a tremendously good attitude being there, also knowing it could be the last time that I see the jungle. Because if we do go to the United States, who knows what fate lies ahead. In attending any of these events, shoot me an email. I'm not going to give a ton of information here because YouTube's rules are just sketchy. And I don't want to get in trouble. So send me an email if you'd like to set up a video call. I don't know if the website's really updated with dates and everything, so it's always best to just check with emails. By the way, I know for a fact the shipping prices on the website are not correct, so always email me. Plus, the payment gateway is a ripoff, so it's better for us if you don't purchase through the website, honestly. What is this? YouTube is not receiving enough information. Why the fuck would that be? Yeah, guys, so I really didn't have a whole ton to say about all of this except for that. You know, I just wanted to pop on and update anyone that is interested and encourage people to reach out. You know, if you have obstacles of any kind, it's still maybe worth it to reach out and talk to me because I have been known to be willing to work with people. If you're planning to come, you should make your deposit sooner than later, even if it's far out, because we do have groups that are tentatively signed up that I'm pretty sure are going to follow through, and then space will become really limited because we don't do big groups. These are intimate gatherings, and that is important, I think. You know, that's plant medicine is not something that was really ever intended for strangers to consume together. So if you're going to do that, at least doing it in a small group within a community of like-minded people, I think is important. In fact, we have never advertised outside of this community before. I may this time, however, because we just don't have time to play. You know, we got to get something happening, and I'm determined to get my music recorded, and that's going to take some planetary migration and whatnot with an entire family. So, you know what I mean? We got our work cut out for us, kids. I hope to see you guys in Manu or here in the Sacred Valley. I realize that it's not a lot of time between now and December. But if it's if it's a place you've never seen, it really is truly extraordinary. I mean, there are no words. The weirdness here is ubiquitous, you know, and there's a zoo. It's not really a zoo. That's a bad word. It's a rehabilitation center and a rescue. Basically, drug dealers that got a hold of animals they're not supposed to have. That's what most of them are, really. But they have this condor enclosure, and you can walk right up to the condors, and that's a pretty tremendous experience. And yeah, a lot of the ruins are just really crazy. The vitrified stone is quite a mystery. So there's vitrification is what happens when you heat or freeze, I guess, stone. I think it's like 3,100 degrees for the stone here before it vitrifies. Basically, it turns to glass. And they found this up to 3 miles in the tunnels. And so how you get a heat source with no electricity 3 miles underground that burns at 3,100 degrees or whatever, you know, there's a lot of mysteries. We also have a museum that features some elongated skulls, so you can see those up close in person. And when the last time I was looking at them, it actually occurred to me that I might be looking at something alien. You know, I don't think there's a certainty that they're not that. And a lot of the explanations that people have given for them, I don't think actually quite work. The whole rock on the head thing, because it's not just that they're deformed, they're also way longer than they should be. There's more mass there, and deformation doesn't necessarily explain that. So lots of incredible weirdness here. There's definitely a very strong feeling of connecting with an ancestral energy when you go up into the peaks here. We're at 13,000 feet at our house. So when we hike up into the hills, we're probably another 2,000 or 3,000, so we're up there. And San Pedro is a medicine of the light. It facilitates a dialogue between ourselves and the light directly. That's how I interpret it, and that's how a lot of other people traditionally interpret it. So the combination of the elevation and just being in the presence of these ruins. Personally, I think the Inca knew what they were doing when they chose their ruin sites. They often put them in places where there was a lot of gold because they knew about the connection between gold, light, and consciousness. And they also tended to put their ruins in meteor fields, right? So Ollantaytambo, there are a lot of meteors that are found in the area. In fact, Peru gets hit by meteors to the extent that forests catch on fire every once in a while. I'm assuming because of the altitude of the Andes, they're so high up that some of the meteors haven't burned and they hit the trees and blow them up. And so the meteors were actually used in Incan rituals in ceremony. Depending on the type, because there are iron meteorites and other types of meteorites. So there's like a red rusty looking one that was female, and then there's a darker black one that was male. And they would use them to, how did the guy put it? To manipulate the energy of Inti or something to that effect. But Inti is the sun, right? So they're talking about using the meteorites to interact with the electromagnetic field, which I thought was pretty extraordinary. But anyways, that's the general long and short of it. And we're super excited. I can't wait to get down to the jungle again. Really, really can't. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'm here for a few minutes. And then I might pop on and do a music stream in a bit, feeling a little bit spunky. So we'll see how that goes. I'm finally over the cold, so I'm, really relieved because it was starting to feel like it was never going to go away. By the way, we are going to, it's weird to say that, I'm going to host my partner for the first time in a live stream on Saturday. It's looking like if we can get her video edited by then. So look forward to that. Enrica has never sat in on a live stream with me in the 7 years that I've been doing this, maybe 8 years now. Not once. And she is finally going to do so. And the reason is actually really interesting. The human design system that she became obsessed with a while back, I'm actually extremely impressed with it. All of our skeptical friends and family members that she's done charts for have their skepticism completely eroded, which is a wild thing to see because I honestly didn't think that would happen. Not that it wasn't impressive enough, but just that I didn't think it could happen in some of these cases, but it did. So she's going to pop on and talk to me about that. And hopefully that's a trend that will continue because it would be great to have her presence and some feminine vibes. Make the streams a lot more pleasant to look at for sure. So, let's see what else. Also, I did a stream about whether or not there's a God the other day. And I realized that there's all kinds of things that I used to think that I forgot about. And I was kind of sick when I did the stream, so it wasn't super focused. And afterwards, I was kind of thinking, I don't know if that was really a good thing, And so anyways, I've remembered a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to do a part 2, and it's going to be a lot better because I'm not sick anymore. And I've remembered a bunch of things. I'll give you guys a little teaser too. So I'm always talking about this connection between gold, light, and consciousness, right? And then in the last stream, I was kind of hung up on are parapsychological phenomena divinely inspired, or are they just algorithms and pattern recognition, that kind of thing? And then I remembered that I already came up with an answer for this a long time ago. And the hint that I'll give you is this. Golden mean, golden ratio. Why golden? Right? Gold, light, consciousness, golden mean, golden ratio. Food for thought, kids. All right, guys, I'll see you in a few days.